All right, guys, this is a quick, simple recipe. This is a chicken parm sandwich. What we're gonna do first is get some chicken thighs. We went ahead and smushed those and flattened those out a little bit and do a light dust. Keyword on the light, just a light dust of the keys on both sides. We're gonna dip it in our egg wash and pray that these flies do not lose their ever living minds. Heavy on the keys. Before we flip it, we're gonna go with some Italian breadcrumbs. Just over top, heavy, and pat it on in. Make sure you pat these bad boys on in like it's Patti LaBelle, you hear me? Going to flip this bad boy over. Again, heavy on the keys. Italian breadcrumbs. Heavy shake, pat it on down. All right, so we got our Italian breadcrumbs, everything seasoned up, super simple. That took every bit of 45 seconds. Great thing about being outside, you take it and you just slice it on out. All right, now we're gonna head this over to the flat rock. We're rolling on a medium-high heat, get a nice crust on these bad boys, and see on the other side. All right. So the reason why I'm adding this kind of on a cool skillet gradually coming up is because I want this to cook all the way through. This is a chicken thigh, so it's gonna take some time to flip and turn throughout the process. But if I start on a cool skillet, slight sizzle, right? So it's on, but it's on high heat. I just turned it on. And as you can see, the sizzle's gonna build up, but it won't burn those breadcrumbs. So you wanna gradually get the chicken up to temperature since these are some thighs. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this and flip it. Beautiful crust. You see what I'm saying? That's the purpose of going a gradual temperature so that they don't burn up. So we're gonna go ahead and seal this in with some grapeseed oil on the back end, hit it off the backboard, let that extra virgin olive oil run down. And last but not least, I'm gonna grab some butter and slide it at the top and let it run on down. There you go. So we have an Italian loaf right here. We're gonna go ahead and slice this on down the middle. There we go. Just like that. Just let these toast on up. All right, so now that I made my mark, I can kind of see where this one can fit right here in this mark. So I'm gonna slide this on in. And that's perfect. Just like that. Think smarter, not harder, folks. So I'm gonna toss in a little water on the back end to get a nice little steam action going and cover that. Don't wanna get it soggy, just want a little steam action. Bread coming up nicely. Toasting really good. I'm gonna let that keep going. All right. Those are looking phenomenal. Oh yeah. One more flip. Crank up the heat. Let these bad boys keep cooking. Bread, nice toast to it. So I'm gonna slide this to the side. I'm gonna move this on up. And then I'm gonna add in my garden tomatoes and blister these up. Extra virgin olive oil, hit off the backboard. All right, so we're finna make a quick and easy marinara. We're gonna take a few basil leaves. This isn't pesto, so we don't need that much, but it's just enough to fragrance our sauce. We're going to take some fresh parsley, and just because we've been on a roll with the sage and there's plenty of the sage in abundance, I'll take one sage leaf and pop it in there. These are blistering up nicely. I just want to get some heat on this bad boy so that when I do blitz it, it's a nice hot sauce. Again, everything quick and easy on your flat rock. I'm letting this kind of cook in the extra virgin olive oil and the natural juices that's flowing off the chicken, which is why I have it in this corner. Our bread is ready to get assembled with our chicken parm. This is looking really nice. Next up, I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese, a little bit, perfect, and we're good to go. Next up is the tomatoes and of course the keys. We'll be good to go. It's steady. Fire in the hole. Oh yeah, get a nice little blitz on that. It's good. Melt down our bread. That cheese on that bread. These should be good to go now. Oh yeah, chicken's looking good. Torching off the cheese. Great. I'm gonna let these have one more flip. Man, that is absolutely perfect. We're gonna go ahead and take our tomato and drop it. Fresh pick from the garden. You can't get a better marinara than that, boy, I tell you. I'm gonna blitz this down and then I'm gonna add the other two, so let's do it. Oh yeah. This bad boy don't wanna come play. So right now, guys, I'm just adding some canned tomato paste just to kind of thicken this up. I want a thicker consistency, give me a nice richer red as well. We got these tomatoes fresh from the garden, so after blitzing them, it kind of were a little watery, but as you can see, it's kind of becoming that marinara consistency that we know. So it's just quick and fast. Again, guys, I want to use as many low ingredients as possible and try to make this as quick as possible as well. And you can kind of see, boom, that tomato paste did the trick. Now we got some nice marinara. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my seasoning. So we got the keys and the groupies. The groupies is gonna give it a lot more flavor because when I taste it, it just tastes very fresh, but I wanna give it some good Italian flavor. Since this is an Italian dish, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this around. All right, so we're on the back end making our marinara sauce. Again, we want to use the least amount of ingredients as possible. We got some fresh tomatoes from the garden, Parmesan cheese, basil, sage, the keys and the groupies. And then to thicken it up and give it some rich color, we also put in a little bit of tomato paste. Simple as that, y'all. Super thick. That's perfect. Quick little taste test. It's good, but it needs to be great. More groupies and we'll be set. That is the freshest marinara I ever tasted. Like, straight. That's amazing. And we're all set, y'all. Wow, look at that. That is thick. Tomato paste did the trick. All right, so let's assemble this bad boy. It's time for dinner. All right, so we got our beautifully toasted baguette. I'm gonna lay 1, 2, 3 chicken thighs. Oh, that's perfect. And last but not least, I'm gonna take some of this homemade, fresh as possible marinara. Let this go all over our chicken parm. Come on now. Y'all, this is gonna be the best bite. Go ahead and top it off. Oh yeah. Come on, y'all. All right, y'all, so just wrapped up. Had to bring this bad boy inside. Let's go ahead and get a slice of this bad boy inside. Get a nice little section. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Cheers. Phenomenal, phenomenal.